everybody, welcome to Mondays with Mark. I am Mark, and this is Smokey Steve and Mark. Oh my gosh. Can you tell I'm super excited? I learned how to put words in videos. Oh my gosh, how corny. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Anyway, please, while it's on your mind, if you would be so kind, please hit that subscribe button. I would really really appreciate it, okay? And you can also hit that notification bell, and just kidding, I won't do it. Oh, what the heck, hit that notification bell, and then you'll know whenever we have a new video coming out. Mondays with Mark, I have a new one every Monday, of course, and we're good for about one video a day here on the channel, okay? So, alright, enough of the corniness. Let's get to, yes, welcome to Mondays with Mark. This is the time where we get to spend a little QT together, just you and I. Maybe have a cup of coffee or a soda. Sometimes we bake something, sometimes we cook something, sometimes we grow something, and sometimes we make something, and that's what we're going to do today, all right? But first, of course, we have some business to attend to, right? All right. So we had a little giveaway on Friday, right? And there were 3 winners in this giveaway, and each person will win their very own EveryPlate box. Now, if you're not familiar with EveryPlate, it's a meal subscription service, kind of like, HelloFresh or ones like that or whatever. It's the one we prefer. We do like EveryPlate a lot. There's no frills, to it. It's very user friendly. And the company itself is a very nice company. Very easy to skip a week or set up your preferences or even cancel if you don't like it. You don't have to jump through hoops to do any of that. And it is very affordable. In fact, it's one of the least expensive ones that we've ever found. We've been using EveryPlate probably, I don't even know how many years now. And it's since the beginning, since they had started, we were one of their first customers. And, we do like it. So we had a little contest on Friday, and to enter the contest, you had to send us an email with EveryPlate in the subject line. And the 3 winners would be the very first email we received, the 5th email we received, and the 10th email that we received. Now, I have to say, next time I'm going to have to extend that last email because we had 52 people email us for the contest. I was like, wow, that's a lot. So, drum roll, please. Okay, so the lucky winners of the EveryPlate box giveaway. The very first email we received was from Wendy. Wendy, it's me, Wendy. That's you. The 5th email we received was from Anita. Anita, I don't want to say your last name because we don't want to do that. But anyway, Anita, congratulations. You were the 5th person. Okay, and let's see. Our 10th email we received, by Eileen R. Eileen, congratulations. Yes, congratulations, all 3 of you. All the winners have been notified already. You will receive an email directly from EveryPlate with instructions on how to claim your free box. It's totally free. You don't have to pay for postage, nothing like that. But if you happen to have any questions at all about how EveryPlate works, or if for some reason you don't get your email from EveryPlate, definitely let me know and I'll take care of it, okay? And for those of you who might be interested in EveryPlate, I'll put the link down in the description below, okay? They have a nice program there where if you want to try them out, you get $20 off your first box, which is a pretty sweet deal. I mean, it brings your box down to like $10, and it's 3 meals for 2 people. It's pretty cool. So I'll put our link down below, and we get a little kickback too. We get $20 off our box. So if you want to check them out, I'll put that down below, all right? So another thing that we wanted to talk to you about was very quickly, our channel, we have a relatively small channel, And but we're growing, and we're growing slowly but steadily, you know. And we do a live every Sunday at 6 o'clock, and every once in a while we have a little surprise live there and everything. But we were thinking that we may want to add a few moderators to our list. So if you're interested in maybe being a moderator for us for our live streams, shoot me an email, okay? We just want to add maybe 2 more, maybe, just because the holidays are coming up and we have a few fantastic moderators right now, but I feel kind of bad. Like, I don't want them to think that, you know, they have to make sure that they're there every time. So if somebody wants a day off or whatever, you know. So, you know, let me know if you're interested in that, all right? And moving right along, the holiday season is upon us. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so for all you Thanksgiving lovers out there, I promised, and I'm gonna, you know, stick to it. Not gonna decorate or push Christmas down your throat before Thanksgiving. I won't do that. But let me tell you, I got the itch, okay? I got the Christmas itch, and it needs scratched. So, I have a fantastic project today that, okay, it's Christmas oriented, but it's also autumn oriented too. Oh yeah, this is going to be something that we can display all the way up until Thanksgiving, and then you can spin it around and then display it all the way through January if you want. Today we're going to make a wine cork pumpkin. Ah, look how adorable that is. Now wait, just wait. You can spin him around. And he's a snowman. Oh, but wait, it gets better. He even has a little hat. Okay, all right. So, all right, let's get to it, all right? Okay, so here we go. So, materials for this project. So, you will need, obviously, wine corks. Now, if you're like me, or if you just like wine and you happen to be a crafty person, or like me, I worked in a restaurant, like, for pretty much all my life, right? And I'm a crafty person, so I just happen to have, like, well, maybe 1 or 2 bags laying around of wine corks like this, okay? So you're going to need wine corks. Now, for this project, you'll need about 40 of them, okay? Now, if you don't have them, you can get them at any craft store. I, believe it or not, when I was practicing and doing all kinds of stuff, I ran out of wine corks. So I ran over to Michael's, and they sold them in a container like this. Now, I was a little bit surprised because it was $12.99, and there's 42 corks in here. I thought that was a little pricey. Maybe I'm out of it or whatever, because I haven't bought them before. I don't know, maybe it's the going rate. But I did check online, and they are a lot less expensive on Amazon. But Hobby Lobby has them, Joann Fabrics has them, and you can order them or stop at your local store and get them if you need them, okay? Unless you know a restaurant that has them. At the restaurant I was at, we saved them for people who wanted them too, and just gave them away to them. So you'll need about 40 wine corks, okay? In addition to that, we'll need some jute twine or twine of some sort, all right? You'll need some Dixie cups or plastic cups about this size, okay? You're going to need your hot glue gun. I got my little one out for this one. Hot glue gun. You could also use tacky glue or craft glue. I would stay away from just plain old like school glue or Elmer's glue, because you want it to be pretty permanent. You know, you want it to be pretty good. E6000 will work fine. Just some type of glue like that. But hot glue is the way to go. You're also going to need some acrylic paints in black, white, and orange. And I did different shades of orange. I have like a reddish, an orange, and then a burnt sunset, they call this one. So some different shades of orange. Now, if you only have one shade of orange, no worries. We can always mix it with a little bit of white, and you'll have a lighter shade there too, all right? So we got that. What else do we need? So you're going to need some black poster board or cardstock, or even felt will work for that too, okay? And you're also going to need a small piece of orange felt or orange construction paper or cardstock, okay? Now, embellishments. Now, embellishments are simply this. I have a little container that I just throw a bunch of stuff in. earrings, little charms that like come on candles, things like that, little greenery, things like that. What these are for decorating the little hat that we're going to make. So any type of Christmas embellishment that you may have lying around or you will find. All right, you go to the dollar store too, they have a ton of stuff like that. Okay, so in addition to that, you're going to need some ribbon, and I used white ribbon for mine, like this, or red or blue ribbon of your choice. You could also use felt. You don't have to use ribbon. All right. Let's see. I think I covered everything here. Okay. So kind of in addition to that, you may want to grab yourself some scissors. We're gonna need that. A pen. A white paint pen will make life a little easier for you, but it's not necessary. Of course, you're going to need paint brushes. I do prefer to use the foam ones for this project. An X-Acto knife as well. That'll help you out. Or even a box cutter will help you out. All right. And that is it. So why don't we get started, all right? Let's get to. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build the frame, so to speak, of the project. All right. So I have my new stand set up here. So I'm going to see if I can make this work seamlessly. We shall see. Look, it worked. Fabulous. Yes. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is build the structure, right? So we are going to be taking our wine corks and we're going to be gluing them together in rows, okay? So I have my hot glue gun all ready to go, and this is as simple as pasting some hot glue on the side of our corks like that and just putting them together like so. Okay? And then we're going to repeat like so. They're all running away. Okay, there we go. And make sure that they're straight like that. Okay, good. And so on. And so on. And so on. Now, for this project, we're going to be making a bunch of these rows, okay? And like I said, this is very easy to do, just like so. All right, so that has what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so what you're going to need are 2 rows of 4, 2 rows of 5, 2 rows of 6, and 1 row of 7, all right? So let me get to doing that. And they're all done. Okay, we got 2 rows of 4, 2 rows of 5, 2 rows of 6, and 1 row of 7. And now it is simple as stacking it. So what we're going to do with our glue gun again, we're going to start with our row of 4, and we're going to add some hot glue on that. And we're going to put our row of 5 right on top of it, like so. And then we're going to do our row of 6, like that, right like that, see, like that. And then the middle row is our row of 7, like that. I love hot glue, y'all. I do. I'm a latecomer to hot glue. It is now my favorite way to glue stuff. It is. You know what? It dries very quick too, which is very cool. And you know, it's pretty pretty solid. You know, pretty sturdy, pretty solid. And we're just going to continue to glue until we have the whole thing, all of our rows used, like this. And the last row of 4. So starting with 4. Ending with 4. And that's our basic shape, just like that. Pretty cool, huh? So let that dry for just a minute. Like I said, hot glue dries really, really, really quick. So, I mean, you know, it doesn't really take that long at all. All right. So now, and it's good. Good to go. So now let's break out the paint. All right, so we're going to paint one side of this white, okay? So I have my little container here, and this is compliments of Bandit. You know, this is his little cat food containers. I'm going to add some more white paint to it, like so. Okay, and now we're just going to glue, look, I got glue on the mind. Okay, we're going to paint the one side white. Okay, now I personally think this type of craft is very rustic looking. I really, really like rustic crafts, especially for the holidays. So what I like to do is give it a light coat of white, okay? Like, so you can still see some of those little, you know, nooks and crannies in the wine corks there, right? Try to keep that rustic feel to it, so to speak, if you know what I'm saying. All right, so that gives you a basic idea there. Now, I'm just using regular acrylic paints, and I have found that they worked the best for this. Any kind of craft paint really would work. All right, perfect. Set that aside there, and now we're going to let that dry. All right, so we're going to put that aside. Now, while that is drying, why don't we work on our stem? Oh, I'm going to bring you back up. That's so cool. I dig that. Okay, so now for the stem, you're going to need another cork, all right? And this is where our jute or our twine comes in, okay? So I had found no need to measure or anything. I found that just cutting a piece works better than, you know, working from the whole spool like that, okay? And essentially what we're going to do is wrap the cork, okay? So in order to do that, we're going to put some glue, hot glue, just down the side like that. And you can give it a couple more dots around there if you want, but it's really not necessary. And then starting at the bottom where you put your glue the first time, we're going to kind of press it in there like that, and then we're just going to twirl all the way around the cork, like so. There we go. Okay, so now we have our cork covered, and we're going to want to continue on the top of it. Again, a little bit of glue on the top, and just spiral it. Let me move the glue around a little. Okay, now we're going to just... Wow, you know what? It is really difficult to try to show you this while I'm doing it. Maybe I should have left it down. I don't know. I thought visually maybe I should raise it and lower it, you know, to make it more exciting. But anyway, let's see here. All right, I got to look at it. All right, so you get the picture. Then give it a little squeeze like that. So your top is covered and your sides are covered like that. All right, and we're going to let that dry a little bit. So we're going to set that aside. Okay, so on to the next step. Let's see how our little thing is doing. He's doing good. Still a little bit wet there, so we got to let him dry, all right? So why don't we move on to our hat? Oh, this part's so fun. Okay, so for this, you're going to need a Dixie cup. Now, obviously, we're going to be painting this. You know, Frosty wore a black hat, so we're going to have to paint it black. Now, you might be saying, oh my goodness, Dixie cups are covered in wax. Now, they are, and it could be a little challenging covering it with paint, depending on what type of paint you work. Oil-based acrylics will work perfectly for this. I just used regular craft acrylic, and it did work very well. Now, once we get done with it, I'll kind of show you the difference there, okay? So, let's start like this. All right, hold it, you know, like that, and we're just going to cover our whole cup with black paint. Now, if you're using regular acrylics like I am, you're going to want to do 2 coats. As you can see, it tends to pool up a little bit, and it tends to be hard to cover in 1 coat. Now, I found when I put the 2nd coat on, it worked perfectly, and I just happen to have one finished for you. All right, so there we go. There we have our, like, the top of our hat, okay? So, next, we're going to need a circle. Now, that circle, this will be for the rim of the hat, I cut out of black poster board. So, I'm going to have to adjust you again to show you this, okay? So, let's go back down. Here we go. All right. So for this, you're going to want to take your Dixie cup and place it down there. And we're just going to trace around it with a pen or a paint pen or even the tip of, something sharp just to like put a little indent in there, okay? Doesn't matter. Just so you have something to go by. See? Like that. Okay. Now, we're going to cut that out. But what you want to do is you want to cut it out approximately, let me show you here. You're going to want to cut it out approximately a ½ inch to a whole inch around the line that you made, okay? Now, why we do that is because we want to have it be a rim and you want it to be able to have it be seen, all right? So I had already cut one out, and let's see, that's still dry. So here. So what we're going to do is put it together so we have a rim like that. And this part is as simple as adding some hot glue to the rim of the Dixie cup after you had painted it. Like so. Doesn't have to be perfect. All this will dry pretty clear and we can touch it up with some paint later if a little bit sneaks out. Alright, so like that. And very carefully in the center of our little disc that we cut out, press it down like that, and voila, we have the starting of our hat. Okay, so the next step, I used white ribbon like this, and again, I just I kind of, not really measured, I just went like this, and okay, I'll need about that much, because we can always trim it later. Snip it, and again, with the hot glue, just go around, trying to show you. Okay, so we're just going to go around the base of it like this with a little bit of glue. You don't need a lot. Of hot glue is very sticky, works very well. All right. Okay, so there. We went all the way around like that. Went a little high on it over here. Okay, and then we're just going to put our ribbon around it like that. All right, so here we go there. And a little more glue right here because I went all the way up on the hat. All right, there we go. Get some of that glue off there. Okay, so now we have our ribbon on. Get a little glue there. Okay, now we got our ribbon like that. Now we're just going to trim this little part here so that we have it pretty flush to the bottom of our hat. I hope you can see this. I think you can see me, but I can't see you, so I'm really hoping you can see what I'm doing here. One can never tell. All right, so okay, we snip that, and then we snip that side. Okay, now it doesn't matter like that it's real rough like that, okay? Because we're going to put a little embellishment on it to cover all that. And like I said, you can use anything you want. I have some, this is from the garden. That would look nice as a little embellishment there. And we have some red little stems there. And I have even a little mini ornament like that. And so the end result will look something like that. And I just attached it all with hot glue. And like I said, get creative. You can use anything you want for the little embellishment on there. And then just to add a little bit of sparkle, I added some bling to it. These were just self-stick little gems that I put on there, okay? All right, and our hat is almost finished. Now, turn your little hat upside down like that. And this is where your X-Acto knife comes into play. So what we need to do is we need to cut a little X in here. And what I mean by X is just something like this. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And this is going to help secure the hat on top of our stem when we're done. So you have it like that so that the stem will go whoop, right in there like that. Okay? And that's your hat. Pretty cute. So adorable. Okay. All right. Now, let me get this over. Let me clean up a second, and then we will get on to the next step. Okay, I'm all cleaned up and we're ready for our next step. Okay, so now we're going to paint the other side of our pumpkin slash snowman. This side is already dry, and we're going to paint this side orange. So let me move you back down. I hope I'm not making you seasick by doing this. I think I'm having too much fun with that. So, okay, I like the idea of having different shades of orange on this side, again, in a rustic feel. So, I'm adding some orange there. Let's see, the lighting is a little better there, okay? And I'm adding a little bit of red on this side here. And with this, we can mix and match and make a few different colors, all right? So, I'm going to start just with my orange on this side, and again in kind of like, I don't know, a rustic way. I'm just kind of going over it like that, you know, give it a base coat here, okay, just like so. This is so relaxing. I think next I'm gonna learn how to, like, you know, fast forward and freeze frame and things like that, because I don't know, I guess this could be a little bit monotonous watching me paint this whole thing. There's a little glue there. Gonna get him off. Okay. All right. So I gave him like a little base coat here. Okay. So now I'm gonna go dip into my red. Look at that glue. It is just bothering me. There we go. Now I dipped into my red, and every so often I'm gonna put a little bit of red here and there, and then swirl it in. That'll be a nice dark one there. Move up there. He's dark there. We'll go up there. Over there. And now you can mix them a little bit. Anyway, get creative. You can certainly do the whole thing orange if you want. I just like it, I don't know. I think it adds a little depth, little character to it, adding some different shades. But anyway, you get the picture. And that is kind of what we're looking for there. I hope you can see that. Okay, so now we're going to set that aside and let it dry. But first, let us attach the stem. So let me move you up a little. How about right to there? Ooh, perfect. Okay, so now we're going to attach our stem. So we have already made our stem, covered with twine like that. And again, with our glue, our hot glue, we're going to attach it. Now, I like to attach it on an angle like that. All right, so in the center of the top four, add some hot glue in there. Okay, and we're going to attach our stem like so, and hold it just literally 10 seconds or so, and it will adhere just like that. Perfect. So now we have a stem for our pumpkin, okay? Now, all pumpkins have, look at this glue. There we go. Now, all pumpkins have vines that come from it, right? So we're going to take our jewet again. Is it jewet or jute? I think it's jute. I think. I don't know. So we have some here. Again, take our hot glue, and we're going to take it all the way around the outside here. I'm running out of hot glue. Okay, just like that. Of course, I need a little glue stick. All right, let me add I gotta add a glue stick. Pause for 1 second. Okay. There we go. Now I got some glue going. All right, here we go. Perfect. All right. Oops, got a little glue on him there. Okay. And now we're going to take our twine. It's facing you there. Okay. And we're going to get the glue off of it. And we're going to just wrap it around our stem, just like that. Give it a little push. Okay, like so. Now, that's set, and now we're going to take the ends of it, and we're just going to peel them apart like that. Oops, I didn't hold it long enough. Or maybe I didn't put glue. Well, glue would help. There we go. A little glue there. I'm so professional, aren't I? It's sickening. I'm so professional. Okay. There we go. Now, all right, now we're secure. All right. So yeah, now we're going to pull apart the ends of our twine like this. So we have tiny little vines that we're kind of creating here. Like that. And you can make them as long or as short as you want, okay? Now, I think that's a little long for me, so I'm going to give that a snip off right there. All right. All right, there we go. Make sure that's tight. Okay, so you'll have it just like so. And the finished product will look like that. All right, so now we have our pumpkin finished. Pretty cool. So now what we have to do is finish our snowman, the other side. So, lay him flat like that. All right, so now we need some eyes and a nose and a mouth for our snowman, okay? Now, you can do this out of cardstock or felt, whatever however you want to do it. Move this over here, and I'll get this down, and I'll show you very quickly how I did it. So easy, so easy. All right, so I have some black cardstock here, right? All right, and then I just drew an oval, and a little smiley face. Now, this is just going to be for a guide, okay? Just like that. Okay, and then obviously we're going to cut them out. Now, I already have them done for you there. So you can see here, I have two eyes, and I have my mouth, okay? And then I cut a little nose to resemble a carrot, and I cut that one out of felt, so you can see both the felt and the cardstock, okay? And now this is going to be very challenging, I think, doing it like this. All right, so we're going to add our face to him, okay? So, again, with hot glue, just put a little dot on the back of your eye like so. You only need a little bit. And we're going to place our eyes. Let me see if I can look at this one so I can kind of get an idea here. All right, so let's do one that way. Okay, and let's do one this way. This is so hard to do upside down. My goodness. All right, well, anyway, you get the picture. You can put them any way you want to do it. Again, glue would help. There we go. I'm going to make them cross-eyed, I think. There we go. Okay, we got that. And then you do the same for your mouth. Let's see, do a little pirate smile here. There we go there. And then, of course, our carrot nose. And this one, like I said, I did make this one out of felt. Okay. Not bad for it being upside down, huh? That's not terrible. Wow. Okay, so now we're going to put our little eyeballs on our snowman. This really finishes it off and makes it look super, super cute, in my opinion, okay? Now, this way, I'm using a white paint pen to do this. So I'll put one right there. And then maybe one down there. Give me a little cockeyed look there. Okay, now if you don't have a paint pen, you can also use your white paint that you use to paint the quirks. So we have a quirky little face like that. All right, let me bring you back up. Here we come. Woo. All right, now we're back. Okay, and of course, now we have our finished product. Pumpkin on one side. Spin him around. Put his little hat on, and we have a snowman on the other side. Pretty cute, huh? I did enjoy this project, and I hope you did too. I really do. If you make it, oh man, please send me some pictures. I would love to see them. I don't know. This is pretty cool. So anyway, I really hope you enjoyed that little project. Thank you so, so much for spending your time with me. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too. Remember, we're on Facebook. SmokeySteveAndMarc. Send us a friend request. I'll accept it. I'll post this project on there. If you have any questions about today's project or today's video at all, comment below or shoot me an email, and I'll get back to you. All of our contact information is listed right below. That's our email address. address and our P.O. box. We're also on Twitter. SmokeySteveA is our handle. And we're on Instagram, SmokeySteveAndMarc. Again, everybody, thank you so much. I was looking forward to this all day. You know how Mondays can be. But it ended very nicely spending time with you. I hope you think so too. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Stay safe, stay well, but above all else, stay positive, everybody. Ciao. I'll see you next time.